the standard setup is the O-ring is closed, but barely closed. Remember, you don't want to use a lot of effort. You want to take good care of yourself. So barely open, barely closed. Once you have that and you feel what that's like, you point at the other identical substance, identical amount, and there's no way you can keep that. It's like the whole system is deranged where you cannot keep your fingers together. The neuromuscular system is affected by the resonance between what I'm holding and what is in there, because it's so close, it's identical, and it sets up this powerful thing that destroys my capacity to hold my fingers together. This is a phenomenon of physics that Dr. Omura applied to medicine, and it is incredible. It's a beauty to behold this, and I want you to experience it for yourself. Okay, you first do the setup to where it's barely opening or barely not opening, and you leave it closed, and then boom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I feel it in my body. This is like, whoa, takes me out of where I was.
So it's negative?
It's a resonance, and maximum resonance is -12.
Oh, okay, right.
And remember, he said it doesn't go in the plus direction; it goes in the minus direction, and that makes this a simple technique of resonance testing. Last time I showed it with sugar. You hold sugar and you point at the same amount of sugar, and so forth. So it works between two identical substances, especially if they're identical amounts. And the identical amounts is crucial, because if you don't have even amounts, you get less and less of a response.
But you would still get a response, right?
But you would get a response unless you go outside that bell-shaped curve where it's just not enough. Okay, so if you look at a cancer, if the cancer is maybe one cell, I don't know how many cells you can pick up, but let's say theoretically, it's not enough to pick up yet because it's deep down underneath the skin and hiding, then it may take more volume before there's a resonance with the cancer slide that he's holding. So there's something like that. Then when you look at that particular slide just by itself, you'll get the maximum resonance if that is identical to the particular disease process.
And also the concentration.
The concentration is pretty standard, right? Because from what I understand, a breast cancer is a breast cancer. You know, a prostate cancer is a prostate. It's in the slide. That information is in the cancer slide. And it is so accurate. And you don't need the radiologist or the pathologist with the microscope to give an opinion, because, you know, there's conflicting opinions. But it just wipes out your ability to hold your fingers together. And I love that. I mean, every day I wake up and say, I can't believe this works, you know? It's so beautiful. And it's very powerful what I just showed you. Now, the question about an optimal dose, was that your question? Yeah. So what is optimal? Well, if this is positive for me, and it's not right now, for reasons that I explained. Okay, so I already know that this, okay, so let's talk about this. This is a piece of ginger candy. I'm holding it. It's positive, and I already went to +7, 8, 9, 10. It's a +12 for me right now. So +12, I would consider that optimal, okay, that amount. So this amount is optimal. Now, I think I have a second one. So here's the second ginger candy, and just to be complete, I will show you, make sure that it's the same. This is optimal also. Now I put the two optimal amounts that go to +12 together. Wow, look at that. Strong, negative. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Okay, only a -6. See, 7, it closes. So this becomes a -6 by holding 2. This is a beautiful thing. I want you guys to do. What?
Is it has to do with the dose?
Overdose.
Overdose, yeah.
She's asking what is an optimal dose? An optimal dose is one that brings you to the highest benefit, which is +12. +12. So if you want to find out your optimal dose for yourself or for your dog or for anybody, then you point at the area that you want to be positive. Now, if it's for yourself, you just test, like I'm doing here. I don't point at anything, I don't have to think about it. I'm already connected to me, so this is all spontaneous. It works automatically, and it makes it beautiful. So the other day, at the end of the day, we were in the room bringing my stuff back, and Dr. Amora said, okay, I haven't taken stuff. So he tested just like that himself, and then he went and looked for vitamin D3 or whatever he took, and took it, see, to bring himself back to a positive condition. So he does exactly what I'm teaching you. So you can test where you are by not focusing on anything, just being in connection with yourself, and see, well, look at this, I'm a positive right now. So this is how you can test. And if you did something, like let's say I did the thymus activation this morning, so I'm still well, actually I did it here too, supplement, so I'm still benefiting from that. It's a strong +12 where I am right now. Now, let's say I want to be heroic and do the American way, which is more is better, and so I want to take vitamin D3, and normally I can take 2 vitamin D3. Okay, 1 will not be enough, so it will be negative. So it's negative now, but that would be negative anyway. But because I know my optimal usual dose is 2, then see, there's no response. It just opens. So this will actually hurt me. It will take me down if I take this right now. My usual optimal dose. Does that help you? Ruby, does that help you? It'll take you some time to learn this, and I'll work with you.